Okay, now I remember what I wanted to talk about. A lot of people are starting to do like the fearful thing and posting uh, with the Dow Jones and the stock market crashing. And I looked it up. The S&P 500 in the past month has dropped about 7.9%, almost 8%. But look at that house. Isn't that so cool? Again, I'm doing another video on Cocoa. We're in Cocoa Beach, so I'm just doing my morning walk, and there's a few more houses. But I wanted to talk to you guys about, if you're like me, I was forced into early retirement. And so a lot of people want to retire early, and I think you should. Don't waste your life any more years than you have to. Traffic's starting to pick up. Don't waste it working. And I know if you love your job, it's not a waste. But I really enjoyed my job. So, yeah, don't do that. But if you can retire early and you can do that, definitely do it. Set up ways to pay yourself, either through like investing in the stock market. Now might not be the best, but it still has its ups and downs. So I just see a turtle on a seahorse on this mailbox. Hold on. We got a pelican carving. Look at this. This is the coolest thing. There we go. You see that? The sun coming up. And then we have in front of the house is a pelican carving. Let me see if I get the other sunset. So again, that's so cool. Anyway, my name's Dave. So I'm doing this is like another video on the same day walk, but I'll just post it on a different day. But I'm just loving these houses here. But so when you don't try not to stress about the stock market. You can do things to save it, but that's a longer term thing, and you should be building up. I have a mixed number of funds, but they're all index funds, so I don't want to have to pay a broker 1%, 2%, whatever the fees are, because you don't need that nowadays. Just do an index fund. There's no fees on it. I do index ETFs, so I get dividends that are paid out to me every quarter, every couple of months, and every year. So if you do that, you're kind of hedging yourself, but you're still volatile in the stock market. So you need to set up additional assets that don't stress, aren't put to a stress test when the market goes up or that's not stress, but when it goes down and crashes a little bit, because depending on how much you got, even an 8% or 10% dip can be substantial. Now we don't have a lot in there. It's a beautiful one. See that? It's kind of a pink. Nice. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. So you have these stress that goes in the market, but if you're building up these other assets, you don't have to worry about it. So we have some other assets that we're also going to be using when we're slow traveling. Now, a lot of people in the slow traveling world will talk about how they have set aside their health insurance. They pay their health insurance for when they're abroad, and I get it. You need health insurance, well, to a point. It's a nice yellow house. Anyway, a nice little blue house. Anyway, so you need that, but do you need it? Because it's so much cheaper when you're living abroad than here in the States. But when they talk about the health insurance they have like a $5,000 deductible, a $7,000 deductible. It's redonkulous, as an old Army buddy used to say. And they're paying like $200 a month. So what we've done a little bit different, and you can either, depending on what field you subscribe to or who you listen to in the financial world, we have a couple of whole life policies that are building up cash value that we pay into, that we're going to use for our health insurance or emergency fund as well. Golf ball. Anyway, squirrel. So, if I haven't said it already, hi, my name is Dave. So we do that. So what we've started already is we've funded them with a base amount of that, like $5,000. What we said, what I just said was like somebody's deductible in this in their health insurance for their yearly pay that they have to do, and then we set up where, luckily, the $250 a month payment I pay every 6 months, and it's not that much. And we have a big enough life policy on it. It's not maximized for life. It's maximized for cash value. So it's like a 90-10 setup. And if you look into whole life, you can see with that, because you need a special agent that knows how to set it up, because otherwise you're paying the insurance company too much, and it's got to be with a mutual company, so you get the dividends, which people say aren't dividends, but it's the leftover profits from the company. So if you can get extra money, that's fine. And then it makes they average between 3.7 and 5 point something or 6 point something on it. So it's not an investment, but it's very similar to a higher yielding savings account, and it's growing, it's compounding. So we rather do that, and we pay it every 6 months, and we have our policies. Even my daughter has one, and they're growing, and then we can take tax-free payments from that in form of like loans against it. We don't ever have to pay the loans back, but we're teaching, that's one of the things that I'm teaching our daughter. Now, as it grows, we can take loans against it, and if we need it, we can use it to buy a car, and then we pay ourselves the car, so basically becoming our own banker. So it's not just doing the health insurance when we finally do travel in about 4.5 years, but we're doing the we're doing the wealth building of it, just as another means to save our cash, and so it's safe from the market. That's a cool mailbox. See it? Nice. So that's another asset we have, and then I have my military pension, so we're always going to have that. My wife can qualify for some different scholarships if she goes back to school. She was a journalist and editor in Mexico, but if she wants to get a degree here in psychology, she wants to help old people, geriatric psychology, I think, or, help old people as they age, because she's definitely helping me. And there's a number of scholarships available for that would also pay a monthly stipend. So we're looking into that. We're teaching our daughter how to set up her print on demand and how to do some books, because you can do coloring books, you can do now I'm going blank on the KDP type books. There's the low type books where it's just like coloring books. Then you have like the learning books that you can do for different grades, for 5th grade, 4th grade, 6th grade, 8th grade, where they learn the different math. You can do those, and you can do stories. So we're teaching her how to do that, and she's setting that up. Now those don't pay a lot. Don't listen to all these gurus that say you can make $10,000 a month on that. If you have a large audience on your social media, anytime you set up like a book, you write a book, and you do these projects and you launch something, then yes, you can get well over $10,000 a month when you launch. But just for the average Joe with maybe a few hundred or a few thousand followers that are just starting out on that, they can definitely use their social media as a marketing tool, but you're not going to get a lot of money. You're going to have to, if you're doing KDP or if you're doing print on demand, you have to do some ads, but that'll push it out there. But you have to look at your spend rate. And then balance it out so that you're, if you're building, are you setting up your ads to just sell and make a profit? Then it's a little difficult. You have to make sure your ad spend is set up right so that you're making a profit. You can also look at your total value of your customer. And if that total value of the customer, say you're spending $10 to get a customer, even if they're buying a $5 book or something, and you're making, or they're buying a $10 book and you're making $1 off of it, because the profit margins on the books aren't that high, especially with KDP. But if you're capturing their data and information, then your lifetime value of that customer goes up, because then you can sell them either more print on demand, more books and things like that, more products. So then it's worth it. Love that house. It's really nice. And then we get this blue one. Beautiful. Making another lap. So again, going back to with the stock market going up and down, you need to set up your assets so you have multiple income streams. Now we have 4 right now. They're very small. So and we're teaching our daughter, trying to get her set up so that she has 10 small ones coming up. Now my wife is doing a really good job at the things that she's doing. Now also, they don't have to be online. Those are usually easier because you can get them to be somewhat more passive, where you take the time to make it once, and then you put it up online, and then through your contacts and your subscribers, they can feed the revenue stream there into there with the purchasing, and then as your base grows, then of course your income can also grow. And then once you get monetized, if you're doing that, then you can earn money that way as well. You need to look at syndicating maybe your content out on the other platforms that you can monetize, if it works. And you can use different things like different AI automations, which you can set up so that, like, you can take your videos and make it over and have them then post automatically. So a whole bunch of things you can do to then syndicate out and increase your different assets. But my wife, as I was saying, she does like the flipping of the furniture and stuff, and that's more time for money, but she likes doing it, and she makes a decent profit. We have some trucks here. It looks like they're doing lawn or something. So I'm going to end that here. If you want to put on there, increase your assets, build assets, down in the comments. Again, I'm in Cocoa Beach today. So I thank you for joining me on this walk. And if you do the comments, that really helps, motivates me, motivates other people, and also helps with morning with the algorithm. So thank you.